All right, everybody. Scott Pierce here at Listings to Leads. Welcome to the call. Actually, really excited about doing this one today. We're going to actually build an email campaign to target expireds. So we're going to do something here that literally you could set this up in 15, 20, 30 minutes and have something to be able to send to expired leads, canceled leads, FISBO leads that are coming through. And so let's do this. Let me know where you're coming in from. Good to see everybody. I'm still a little bit sick, so I apologize if I'm a little bit lightheaded today, but I think we got a good one coming because, again, what I want to do here is not just talk about how to run an ad, and we got all that stuff. I do that every couple of weeks. But today I would like you to build out a campaign with me. Excuse me. And I'm also going to, for those of you that want this campaign that I'm going to be walking through, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask our support team to add it to your account tomorrow. All right. But let's walk through it together. I want to get your feedback on it. It's something that a lot of our clients, I shouldn't say a lot of our clients, the clients that get it, do it. And I've heard such great results over time, over the last 10 plus years of clients using our tools to go after expireds, to go after canceled, to go after FISBOs. And so normally we talk about the landing pages, the PDF guides, the 26-page marketing plan, which we'll cover all that a little bit today. But I want to get hands-on and take some of the emails that I would recommend that you send to these people. And I've got a screenshot in the mastermind group. So I get this email every day from My Plus Leads, and it's got all the canceleds, expired, FISBOs. And as you can see here, and there's a lot of ways of getting this to my CRM, right? You got API connection. So if you got a service provider like Redx, like My Plus Leads, it's as easy as you can build up all those integrations and dial that in if you want to, but it's as easy as looking through that email, clicking in the email address. So you can see right here, right? Property information about the property. But there's an email, there's actually three different email or two different emails, one for each owner. All I have to do is click on that email. I know, like with My Plus Leads into Lofty maybe, or was it Redx into something, or Follow Up Boss, you can click it, it'll move the contact over, associate them with a email campaign automatically, which is what I want to cover today. But if you don't, what I'm trying to get to is, even if you don't have those systems set up and dialed in, it is still super easy to get the contact information of people that are very likely going to list their home at some point in the next 30 to 90 days. If you look up the stats on that, it's actually absolutely amazing, right? So everybody here, I'm looking at where you're coming in from. Awesome. Richmond, Katy, Texas. Awesome. Good to see you. Scottsdale. Planet Scottsdale. That's awesome. But do you get what I'm saying so far? Does that make sense? No, I know some people get it from their title company. So you can talk to your title company, I believe somebody said yesterday. Maybe you got Remind. Sometimes different MLSs have different programs that as a benefit that they make available to their members. So you may have access to this in a way that's free, but then you may also have access to like My Plus Leads or Redx, like I'm saying. And so having that information, obviously the next deal is, let's get something to them. Let's get something to them as quickly as possible that will help engage them, get them to respond to us. But then let's also have a campaign, a plan in place. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and I don't know, Brian, are you on this call? So we were messaging back and forth, and he's got a campaign that I've never converted off of it, that he's had for a few years now. Not from us, from another vendor. And so I was like, you know what? I think there's a lot of room there for improvement for a lot of these email campaigns that you're doing. So who here right now does have an email campaign that you are sending to expireds or canceled or FISBOs? Anybody here? Give me a no or a yes. I should do a poll. I guess I could do a poll maybe, but regardless. So let me know. Anybody here? Like, a lot of people want to go after expireds. They say they want to go after FISBOs, but then they don't really have a plan in place to make it happen. And the reason why I'm showing you this email, it's as easy as getting their information. So I can sign up, like I said, I can sign up for these programs. I can, like I said, somebody in the mastermind group yesterday talked about getting this information from the title company, your MLSs sometimes. So the first goal is to make a plan of getting the information. All right. So figure that part out. And it's as, like I said, it's just as easy as going to My Plus Leads or RedX or calling your title officer again. So, anyways, figure that part out. Next part, if I go to follow ups, I have got a campaign and it's called expired listings. And so this was built just talking to other people that were using our program, what they're already doing to successfully engage. Then I took some of the things that people like that told me, put it in with other offers that I know that we have that would potentially convert well with expired. So the idea is have this email, and each one of these are an email, and we'll walk through each one of these. And so what I would like to do is work with you. So Tina, for example, or Chip, Peggy, all of you, I would love for you to have your CRM opened up in another tab if you wanted to. I will do that. I'll fake that in listings to leads. God, I could do follow up boss, but I don't know how to add a campaign to follow up boss. Do I? Is it pretty easy? Anybody know in follow up boss? I don't know why I didn't even think to, but I don't want to sit here. No, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to sit here and try to learn follow up boss campaign setting up live on a webinar. But regardless, we're going to take each one of these emails and then I'm going to show you how you would drop it into a campaign. And then that way we can, as we get these new expireds, canceled, FISBOs, over time, we can make sure we got a different email campaign going to each one of them. All right. So these are all editable. And I'll show you where in your listings to leads account you can grab this. Here's a preview. The listings to leads signature is actually on this one. So here's the full email. And the really cool thing about every one of these emails, and this is really where it gets very powerful, is because we got the lead capture and call to actions already built in. So even if you take the text and you edit it, or you edit the image, or you want to edit the landing page, or you want to edit whatever it is, you can do all of that. But the beautiful thing is we've got everything set up so you don't have to do anything. So here, check this out. Let me bring this email over. Let me bring it up here. Give me a second. I'm going to pop that out. Sorry, give me a second. I got the test email open in my other monitor. So here's what that email would look like when it goes to the lead. Now, this is like email number 6 or 7 in the entire campaign. Cash offer goes to a iBuyer landing page from listings to leads right here. And again, this is like the 6th email that is within that entire email campaign. So let me show the rest of them here. There's 2 more. Are investors offering you pennies on the dollar? And I think each one of these would be dependent on your local area. Selling your Frisco home in 2025. This is actually a custom landing page from listings to leads that I created. And if I preview it, click here to get the full guide. And so this was a custom landing page from listings to leads. Just the idea of you can take what we've already got ready for you. You can add things to it. You can customize things. But the idea, again, is to have a email campaign in our CRM that we can launch when we get these new canceled, expireds, withdrawns, and so on. FISBOs as well. Kay said, yes, it should be. Yeah, Kay, I'm sure it is. But I'll start showing off a bunch of contact information. And of course, I didn't think of doing that until already on this call. But regardless. All right. So now, first of all, if you want me to put this campaign, but branded to you with your logos and your colors and everything and your signature, if you want me to add this campaign to your listings to leads account, go to profile. I'm sorry, not profile. Go to support. I'll just open that up in a new link. And just in the here, just say, please add the expired listing campaign to my L2L account, right? And hit send. We'll have the information on your account that we need. And then tonight, if you want this campaign that we're looking at here in your listings to leads account tomorrow, just go to support, ask them. You can do it right now, or you can do it later. And so here's the deal. All right, let's walk through each one of these emails and grab the code or copy the email and then drop it into our CRM into an expired listing campaign. Is that something that you guys can do together on this call or do it later? Or does everybody already has no clue how to do that? Yeah. Hey, oh, no, I'm annoyed because I'm going to walk through it in listings to leads for you. So this email right here did not sell your Folsom home. This links to a landing page, and this landing page is from listings to leads. It's one of our expired landing pages. And so the idea is as these people are coming through, again, canceled, expired, withdrawn, FISBO, we are going to send an email. We can do a phone call. We can do a print flyer. We can do a postcard for all of these things. Email's the quickest, the cheapest, and the easiest to do of all of these. That's why I think doing that one first. So this email would go to the lead immediately. All right. So as soon as you add them to your campaign, this email would go out and they enter all their information. You get notified. This is a phenomenal landing page. This landing page has been used for years by people to convert expired before we built out a lot of these other great tools that we've got. So this tool right here is responsible for so much business from people using it over the last decade. You got a great URL, right? There's a great marketing funnel, Folsom.expired listing, sellingexpiresfast.com, right? This page is completely customizable. And so to get the first email, let's go to landing pages. Now, if you don't have an expired landing page, you can create one. So I'm going to click create landing page and I'm going to create a brand new expired, and it's going to create the e-flyer. This is going to create the email automatically as soon as I create this landing page. So somebody give me an area. Hey, can you rephrase that? I'm sorry, I didn't see that until just now. So hopefully I'm making sense as we work our way through. This is my first time presenting this content in this manner. So if I'm a little bit scattered, I apologize, but I've never trained on let's create an email campaign. I just kind of walked through all the different tools. So I want to make this just a little bit more practical because literally at the end of this call, you could be setting expireds or canceled or FISBOs up in one of these campaigns and start getting people responding and engaging to you. This is something that literally could bring a listing presentation to you in the next 24 to 48 hours because these people are motivated. We just need to set up a quick campaign with good offers that is not going to take 7 hours to do. All right. Nobody's got 7 hours. So check this out. Expired listing. And I'm going to say Henderson, create landing page. I don't like to put the state because everybody in Henderson knows they're in Nevada. If you want to, you can. I'm not going to go through the editing, all of this, the image, the options. That could be a video, the social media image, but notice, right? Did not sell your Henderson home. So we got that dialed in. I can control the lead form and the options on the page. I got the autoresponder. Everything is set up though. You don't need to do, look at that domain, Henderson, expireds, sold fast. It's not a bad image for Henderson. All right, but completely customizable regardless. And so what we're looking for though, and if you already have an expired landing page created in your listings to leads account, just go to the e-flyer for your database. All right, that's going to update. Here, hold on. If I click edit, so there we go. All right, did not sell your Henderson home. Henderson expired. See what I mean about this entire email, the entire structure, the links, the branding, everything is already set up for you. So now what I can do is I can take this and I can edit, like I mentioned before, I can edit this image from the landing page editor. So I can change the background, I can change the color, I can change the text. I can add a brand new image if I wanted to the email. I can customize all of this text, obviously. But what you've got is you got the structure, the link set up, the landing page set up, the autoresponders are set up. The entire funnel was set up in 15 seconds. All you need to do now is grab the email, drop it into your CRM as part of that campaign, and I would obviously make that email number one so that as I add a new canceled, a new expired to that campaign, this email is going to go out to them. So I will click copy code. I'm not going to copy code with signature only because in your CRM, you may have a signature there. If you don't, you can use that version if you want. And then notice there's a version for Follow Up Boss, which their editor is a little bit different. So just pick one of these three. And then I will simulate in listings to now you can't do this in listings to leads because you cannot add cold leads to our system. Does that make sense? So these people will get into our system probably because they're going to click on the email is going to go to the landing page and they're going to fill out the landing page. So they'll get into listings to leads. That's the goal of the whole thing here. All right. But you're going to add them to this could be Follow Up Boss. This could be Bold Trail, Lofty, Sierra. All right. So it could be any one of these other CRM, Wise Agent. So whatever CRM you're using. All right, Matt, are we good on that? Can you put their home on it yeah, totally. You could. It's just, dude, save that idea for the postcards because I wouldn't worry about because you're going to create one landing page per listing and you're going to love doing it and you're going to love wasting your time. I don't think the lift is needed, but when I do the postcards, we'll do that in a later call. When I do the postcards, I can totally do the home that the postcard is going to. Anyways, I'm trying to add an email to my campaign. So I'm going to go create campaign. So in the upper left, and so again, in your CRM, you may have a current campaign that you just want to edit. Oh my God, CAMPAG. Oh my God, campaign, whatever. 2025 2. All right. Select an email, just send to, and I'm going to say, or I can always set this up later. All right, I'll set that up later. And send to existing group. I'm not going to worry about that right now. All right, now I just want to do is start dropping in the emails. And so now add step. So I'm going to add a step. And since I've already copied the email from that expired landing page in Henderson that we just created, I'm just going to click that source button. Now I've got the email. I'm going to did not sell your, maybe I put a little emoji of a home. Don't get crazy or too nuts about the emojis, but I think one will be good. And so that's email number one. Click on the preview. I would send myself a test email. So I will, first I'll do save draft. All right, those are email. So this is email number one. Before I publish it, I'm going to send a test email. And again, you can do this in whatever CRM that you're using. Again, whether you're doing Lofty or Follow Up Boss, once I add the email, I'm going to send a test email. And I've got it right there. I'm going to bring it out. I'll bring it over so we can all see it. Right. So literally a minute, we created our first email of our campaign. Edit the entire thing, edit whatever you want. You can take out all the images, leave the images, right? That's where it just linked to automatically. And so again, that's the beauty. Sometimes I think we don't think about is with listings to leads, I created a landing page, but it's not that we just created a landing page. We created an entire funnel that we can now use to build an entire campaign. So that's email number one. So I'm going to pull that over here. I'm gonna I'll close a few tabs. All right. Email number 2 of this. So this is the one that I had from before. So this is the second email. Expired listing that failed to sell. Now what? That's just a PDF guide for expired. So if I go to PDF guides, it's already created. I don't have to create anything. I'll just go grab that code and I'll just add a next step. I'll drop it in to be the second email that will go out automatically. So in listings to leads under PDF guides, EXPIRED. Now keep in mind, I think I would send the expired guide first, but you could build out a campaign. This is true for home buyers or home sellers, where we offer 3, 4, 5 other guides over time because the guides are just phenomenal for adding value, for educating people, for creating engagement with leads. So even though we're creating an expired email campaign right here, I could add a PDF guide like 5 dangers of overpricing your home, 10 or negotiation secrets to a successful home sale. So these are guides that even though they're not specifically for expireds, that we may add to our campaign because I think those are the kinds of content that would be really engaging. And again, already got that all built out for you. So I'm at the expired PDF and go ahead and comment yes if all this is making sense. Again, this is my first time training this format, but right into the marketing tools, right? eFlyer for your database. And because we really necessarily wouldn't send this to our database, what we're going to do right now is the absolute perfect thing, which is adding it to a campaign. All right. So I'm just going to click copy code. So here, I know it's a little bit different. I apologize. It's an icon on the upper. It says send now, edit, send test email. And then if I hit the drop down copy code, and I'm going to go to this is where we're building out the new campaign. And so I'm going to say, turn that one on for immediately. All right. So this one's set to go out immediately. We sent a test email. It looks great. I'm going to add a next step. Settings. I'll just stay with recommended. So in this email, again, I'm just going to drop in that code and everything will be done. So I'm going to click on that little tool box in the editor. And there we go. Oh, shoot. All right, hold on a second. Let's copy that, copy code. I somehow deleted everything. There we go. All right, so there's our email. Look at that. The cool thing about the PDF guide emails is here, I'll show you. So let me just grab the subject line. Your home didn't sell. So I'm just copying and pasting. But now we got email number 2. I will save draft. Then test email. Just make sure it looks good. And then how awesome is it? And again, this is completely editable. So if you want to take this, drop into Chat GPT and say, hey, make this very specific, particular for Henderson, Nevada, the highly engaged. You can swap out the text, the image, if you need to. But here's the cool thing. It's set up where it will download the guide right from the email. And then it'll notify you who it was that downloaded the guide. If you're using Follow Up Boss, because that email goes to an email address and the link is specific to that. It's almost like a dynamic QR code in a sense, but yeah. So anyways, when I use the guide as an email, they don't link to a landing page. They just download right then. And again, as the agent, you're going to get notified. And in fact, I think I did a post on that in the mastermind group. And if I didn't, I was planning to. Let me show you. Because sometimes you'll get an email and it will say, so-and-so downloaded a PDF guide. And I know, because I've had people come to me and they're like, where did this lead come from? And let's see here. All right, this is similar, but this is our AI text follow-up. So similar to, so this is the AI text follow-up, but the lead notification going to you from when the lead downloads a guide in the email, it'll look something like this as well. So just my point here is just pay attention to that, because that is a great time to follow up with the lead is after they download one of the guides. Does that make sense for everybody? I hope. So now we got 2 emails that are good to go. I'm gonna turn that one on. All right. I'm gonna come back to the follow-up plan that I created earlier. Let me see if I can hit the back button. Perfect. All right. Number 3, I've got cash offer, home sale. I don't like that one. Oh, no, hold on a second. I did not sell, expired listing. Email number 3, I think. All right. Your home didn't sell. Here's how to fix that. And this is linking to a expired flip book in my account. So this is one of our flip books. What I did, and let me know if you want me to, no, you could send this to your main listing presentation if you wanted to. What I did is I added a listing. So check this out. If I go to the listings dashboard, and if you're on this call and you want to go after expireds heavy, think about adding a demo dummy expired listing. So I've got right here expired. This is an expired listing. This is not a real, this is just it's like a dummy listing in my area so that I can show people. I'm sure there's a better way of describing that, but you see here, so I got expired. So my point is, this is not an actual expired listing. It's what I'm using to show expired homeowners the kind of marketing that I would be doing for their home. And like all of our expired, canceled, FSBO, listing presentation, any of those listings that have one of those 4 statuses, they get the flip book. And so what I want, my plan is, I want to get this in front of them. I want those expired homeowners to see this because right on the cover, right, and give me your feedback, right on the cover, the complete marketing plan to get your expired home sold. All right. Prepared for Eric Braden. Now, it won't have their name on it, and you can take the name off. You can take even the address that they're off. So it's not right there, but it says the complete marketing plan to get your expired home sold. So speaking to them, that's got your branding on the bottom. You can use a home. I would maybe use, if you've got a listing that had expired that you sold and you got at least one great photo, add that to your account. And that can be your, like I said, your dummy, your demo, your preview listing to use in your marketing. Hey, I believe there is. No, Kim, in the first email, it was a landing page. So the first email that we sent was, this is linking right to the landing page. And then the second email is going to the guide. All right. Now, the third email, again, the third email I've got in mind is I created a listing. So what I want to know is I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. I just wanted to see again how you copy the email from L to L. Tina, I think you're good on that one. And Bob, how you're getting them originally from something like RedX, My Plus Leads, Title Officer, Remine could be a possibility. Okay. So there's quite a few different sources. It's just how accessible and easy do you want this versus getting older information. All I want you to do is have a plan for it, because once you've got this email campaign set up, and whether you're adding it via you're clicking in RedX and it automatically pops into Follow Up Boss, or you're just copying and pasting and adding into Follow Up Boss or KV Core, Bold, whatever, just figure that's the part you'll do on a daily basis. So figure out the easiest way possible. And then with me right now, start building out this email campaign so that as these new canceled, these new expireds come through, and even the FSBOs come through, we'll do this at another time for FSBO. We've got something that's just going to speak to them to get them engaged with us. Now you can still phone call, right? You still want to do the phone call at 8 o'clock every morning, get up, start making your phone calls. Fewer people are answering those phone calls. So you having a plan B is really critical, I think, even more than ever. And I had a guy tell me about a month ago, he goes, I called and expired, and they said this was like the second or third time that they've heard my same script. So yeah, I thought that was funny. So we just want to add value. All right. So email, you can do these via text, right? You can still, like I said, you can still do the phone calls. So, anyways, this is a third email. I'm gonna click edit. And again, I'm going to, oh, I'm sorry, 1 second. Yeah, edit. And if I go to, I'm just gonna copy this and let me see something real quick. Your home didn't sell. Give me 1 second here because we've got, yeah, I wonder if that is, if I go to, give me 1 second. We actually created this. So this might be in your accounts right now. If you go to follow up and email blast, so I showed you how to create the email for the landing page, super easy. I showed you how to grab the email for the PDF guide, super easy. Now, this third email is actually in your account and it's called so again, go to email blast and go to follow up, email blast, and listings to leads. I'm sure none of you knew this email existed. That's all right. So under email blast, let's scroll down and find your home didn't sell, but, and click on it. And then you should see this email here. So in the version that you saw in my account, what I did is I took a screenshot of my flipbook cover and I added that to the email. And I'll show you how to do that. All right. So Tina, do you see this email in your account? Or Kay or Kim, Matthew, anybody, Bob? And you could just use the search in the email blast section. Your home didn't sell. And this email should come up for you. And so the whole idea of this is that that people can just get right to my general flip book. But like I said, what I did is I used this email, but I changed the link instead of going to my main 100-point home marketing plan, which is phenomenal. The more homeowners I can get that plan in front of, the better. But because I'm creating a list or a campaign for expireds, and I can easily create the flip book for an expired listing, I'm going to do that and swap the link out. So let me show you here. I'm going to just click copy code. So again, this email is in your Listings to Leads account under email blast. Go to my CRM where I'm building out my new campaign, and I'm going to go add step. And I'm just going to, again, I'm going to click that HTML code button, drop in the code. So I got my email. That'll be the link to your flip book in your Listings to Leads account. If I click on the preview tab, so again, this should be now in your CRM. So this is either in KV Core, Bold, Follow Up Boss, Realty Juggler. I can send a test email, and then I'll show you where that is linking to. Ah, I forgot to put in the subject line, so it's funny. Now, as I said before, what I did is I edited the link that is default. So this is the default link. It goes to your, again, right without even doing anything. It links right to my 100-point home marketing plan. And so this is good enough. I don't need to over complicate it, but because I did want to overcomplicate it, apparently, I created the flip book for a expired listing, like a demo listing that I can market to other expireds. And then I'm linking to that instead. All right, Tina found it. Awesome. Where do you find email blast? It's under follow up. And oh, did I save it? Did I save that or did I not save it? Oh, goodness. All right. Add step. All right. And I got to get the subject line. So this is email number 3. All right. So I got 3 emails back into no. And again, like I said, I took a screenshot of my flip book, made a little JPEG out of the cover of it. And then I just uploaded it into my email as an image, just so it looks a little prettier. So if you know how to do that and you want to do it, great. If you don't know how to do that, don't worry about it. All right. Not every email has to have a bunch of images in it. Right. In fact, you want a nice mix of both. I want some that are nicely formatted, that look really nice. I want some that are much more casual and short looking, and they're really everything in between. So I don't want to just have one style for every little thing that I'm doing. All right. Next up is cash offer. If they're getting a little bit antsy, they tried to sell their home, they couldn't. Maybe a cash offer might be interesting to them. And so that, let's go to landing pages. And on the top row far is iBuyer. So you can create as many of these as you want in your listings to leads account, but you've already got a default one right there. So if I just click on marketing tools, again, I'm just going to go grab that e-flyer. All right. Under the marketing tools, there's an e-flyer. Every landing page, every PDF guide, right? All the different tools have these e-flyers. And again, I'm going to take this, we're going to add it to our campaign going out to expired homeowners or canceled. It might even be nice for a FSBO campaign. Again, I got 6 different formats right here. And I took this one. And so I just went copy code. There's a little copy code icon, copy code. I go back to my CRM. So I go back to Bold Trail, follow up boss, add the next step, click HTML code, paste that in there and click it again. And there we go. Here's my preview. And again, if I don't want my signature there and I just want more of a plain, but to be able to have, we just built out a nice, what do we got? 5 emails, 4 or 5 emails already. And once you do 1 or 2 of these, maybe 2 or 3 of them. Oh, what am I doing wrong? Oh, subject line. I'm just going to say cash offer home sale, cash offers. All right. I'm going to delete it from here. I don't need it twice. There we go. Publish. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Go back into listings to leads. I'm going to go back to my campaign that we were looking at. All right. Our investors offering you pennies on the dollar. I'll show you that one. Selling your Frisco home. Yep. All right. I want another email. All right. So we want to add a few more emails to the campaign. I think if you do, in this, I'll be interesting in some feedback on this one. And Matthew, yeah, you could build it and go high level. Yeah. So what I was going to say is, all right, yeah. So totally lost my train of thought here. Investors lowballing. Okay. We got the price reduced, but obviously for the expireds, those are going to be not as relevant. So investors lowballing. So again, marketing tools, e-flyer for your database, 3 different. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to do copy code. I'm going to come back into my CRM, add step, hit that insert HTML and drop it in, and the next email is done. I'm going to say our investors. And this could be a great one, especially if you're in a neighborhood or in an area with a lot of homes maybe built in the 70s or the 80s. If you're in an area that has a lot of investor action. And so we've had actually people use this to get listings because you get that in front of somebody that's dealing with or who has experience with or heard about or knows someone that's dealt with investors, and they come in for a $200,000 home and they offer 75,000. For the right kind of person, it's the right thing to offer. It's the right thing to at least explore. I think it's a great option to talk with your seller leads, your homeowner leads. But hey, do you want to see what a cash offer would look like as an option? But it can be very surprising to a lot of people. And so having this in my email can really be a great trigger, because if they've had any brush where it was a bad experience and maybe it's just a bad investor, right? They don't follow through on the contract. But anyways, this is a great email to send as well. So we're going to add that. And then, as I mentioned, we got more of these PDF guides. So I would think 5 dangers of overpricing your home PDF guide would be a phenomenal email to add to the campaign. We could add custom emails, and was it 5 dangers? And if you haven't gone through all of our different PDF guides, go ahead and take a look at them. There's a lot of different ones, but again, I'm gonna click the green marketing tools button. I'm gonna go to eFly for your database, and I'm just gonna copy the code, drop it in, send test email, and publish. So again, there's copy code. I'm back at my CRM. I'm just gonna add another step, right? Add step. I click that insert HTML and just paste it. Click it again. We got the beautiful email, all the links, all the autoresponders, all the tags, everything is done. I don't need to do anything except add the subject line. So I'm going to just, you could type it in, but you might be lazy like me. I'm just going to paste it, save draft, send test email, right? Again, I always want to make sure that they look fabulous. And once you drop it into your email, so let's say you're using KV Bold Trail or Follow Up Boss, whatever you're using, once you drop the code or once you drop the email into your CRM, edit the text, edit whatever you want. But the great thing is all of the connections and the support structure around it is done for you. That makes sense for everybody. Everybody getting this as far as putting this together. Tina, are you good on that now about copying the code into the CRM? The idea is once we get this done, I mean, if you're anything like me, you'll come back to it, you'll edit it a few times. But the idea is that I don't have to mess with this anymore. The only thing I have to do going forward is adding people to the campaign. All right. We don't want to have to mess around with it. Now, I think what I will, no, keep in mind, check this out. So when I go to 5 dangers of overpricing your home, that was the email that we were just dealing with. All of these have short form video script. So you could be using the script to go on to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, X, all right, record a video. And you could record it as a general kind of a thing, but you could also frame this for expireds as well. All right. There's nothing wrong with doing 1 or 2 TikToks a day. What I like to do, download from TikTok, upload it to Instagram, upload it to Facebook. It's a lot easier. I love the TikTok editor. But just take this, go through it a few times. You can drop it into a teleprompter app if you wanted to. You could just get the essence of it and then just record it as if you're talking. So either way you want to do that, but use some of these other tools. Don't get the email campaign set up, get that going, because again, that's a daily thing that's so easy to do. You go through My Plus Leads, you go through the list your title rep sent you, you're adding people to the campaign. They're going to get the emails. All right. You might use the database call script to call some of them. All right. I don't know. Are some of you using like a Ricky Carruth type of thing where you're calling? Do you have a script from a coach that you call expired right now? Anybody? Yeah. Yes. It's amazing. Awesome. So Kim, thank you for asking that question. To add a dummy listing, I would either do one of 2 things. If I've got a previously sold listing that I sold that was expired from before and it looks great, like I got at least one great photo from it, you could add that. That could be your dummy listing or demo listing. Or you might think about, for example, go to Chat GPT and or Grok and just say, hey, I want an image of a typical $750,000 home in American River Canyon North in Folsom, California. And you will be amazed at how good. I was doing this over a year ago, and I was shocked at how good the images were. And so I know they're better now. So you might think about doing that to create a nice image that's going to be nice and clean. That's going to look fabulous. That's what I did. And then on the listings dashboard, click add listing manual. You have to do it manual, but it'll just take a few seconds. The key is right here under status, go to canceled, expired, for sale by owner draft, or listing presentation. So any one of these will create those flip books. So we're talking about expired and canceled. So I'll go expired, put in the name, email, phone number, headline. The only other thing you have to do, street, city, state, zip code, and click save and add photo. On the next page, add at least just one photo. Is all you need. You don't need 3 or 4 or 5 photos, just one photo. And when we look at my, I think I know one of them is. Let me see here. So here's expired. Yeah, I think this is. And then once it's on the dashboard here, click on the property address, and then here's my flipbook. Yeah, and I think that's ChatGPT image right there as well. Yeah, see, it's just one photo all the way through. Looks beautiful. Look at this. That is stunning. And when that expired homeowner scans that QR code, and especially when you're in a listing presentation. Now, here's the deal. You got at this point, you got a 5 email campaign. If you want us to move that entire campaign into your account, we can, into your listings leads account, we can do it. That way you can just go down and copy paste as you want to. So again, the goal is get that set up on a daily basis, add people to the campaign. If you're calling them, great, right? If you've always gone after expires and you called, do all these other things that you're doing. And if you're editing a current campaign or creating one from scratch, start getting people enrolled in it quickly as possible. And Kim, does that answer your question then about this? I got the PDF. I've also got the landing page. Yeah. So when you got a listing presentation, right? Status listing presentation. And the difference is we won't, the word expired won't be there if it's a listing presentation. So it's like sell your canceled home, expired home, the complete marketing plan to get your home sold. That's for standard listing presentation, right? Add one photo, they go through, get the socks knocked off. Awesome. One of the easiest ways, I'm telling you, it makes not having to defend your commissions a lot easier when you walk through that presentation with a homeowner, because they're not going to come back and go, what are you going to do for marketing my home? You got that one in the bag. So as long as you don't mess up, you're going to win, unless you're going up against another listings to leads client. So anyways, all right. So I was getting to the point a little bit earlier where we were talking about the guide. So let me go back to that. Let me click on marketing tools. From all of these areas where there are these emails that we use to drop into our campaign, in most of them, there are some really powerful free things that you can do. So again, I came back to the short form video script. So I would take this recorded video. All right, we got the e-flyer already in a campaign. That's awesome. If we want to have a reason to call into them, this would be a great call script because it's referencing the email that was just sent to them. Fabulous. So every email has a different call script so that you're going to be appropriate if you want to layer on a phone call with the email. All right. Matthew, does that make sense? Michael? All right. And the print flyers can be good. We will talk in another, in another video or another training that we do, we'll talk about setting up a print campaign, like a postcard campaign, but it could be a hybrid of postcard, door hanger, and print flyer. For example, you could set this up so that every new expired homeowner not only gets an email, but they add it to a postcard campaign or a campaign where you're going to go door knock with a print flyer, and then you're going to get them a postcard if they don't respond to the door knocking. Does that make sense? Yep. All right. Then, yeah. So again, the landing pages have all these tools. The different guys have these tools. obviously your listings, and there's some other tools that we've got as well. But I think I would like for all of you on this call, again, if you want the same campaign from, if I go back to follow-ups, if you want this campaign expired listing in your listings to leads account, click the support tab and ask them to add it to your account. And it's that one right there that we're just going over. So what we got done, I hope, tell me who got this done with me, where you at least got 3 of these emails into your CRM and you got the campaign ready to go. And you are going to be able to, how to add canceled contacts to that email campaign. Anybody here? Let me know. I'm hoping there's at least 1 or 2 of you. And if not, do you see how to do it? So maybe you're going to do it later on today, you're going to do it later on tomorrow. But do you see now how easy it is to do? I got one, and the other ones won't allow the code to go through. Yeah. Okay. Let me just show you one more time. When I go to add step, all right. So usually what I like to do is I like to just delete everything that's in the box just to make sure it's an empty box. And then you're going to click where it says HTML code. And you'll notice that all of this stuff disappears. And then that's where I paste it. Click it again. They all come back. Then my email will be here. And then you should be good to go. Yeah. Get into the mastermind group if you need any help with it. I will try. See, sometimes I don't get notified of a post. Sometimes I'll be on my phone and I'll see a post, but then I'll go on to the desktop and I don't see it. And it's so weird. And then sometimes I don't see a post until 4 or 5 days later. But if you tag me, or if I'm already being notified, it'll be fine. But I would love to see you get this done as quickly as possible. And then make sure, if you don't have it already, secure your source for the data and make sure that you're doing it every single day. And then I'd love to hear from people on if you're already going after expireds, how did you integrate some of this into, or how are you integrating some of the listings to leads tools into what you're already doing? And I would also love to hear, if you are new or just getting started with going after expireds, what you need help with implementing. All right. Because again, once you got the data, you're typically going to have name, email, and phone number. So we got the ability to call them, which is hard to do, but we've also got the ability to email them. And so if we can make sure that we got an email with a good hooks, good offers, it's a campaign. So it's not a one-off. And then like I mentioned, and I showed you, combining some of the postcards, the print flyers, the call scripts, the short form video scripts. When you combine all of this together, you're really going to start building a nice kind of campaign that's even larger than what you are individually. All right, Kay, that's awesome. All right, perfect. Glad it worked out. I already have asked my title rep if they can provide emails. Yeah, Tina, that's awesome. All right, perfect. Sometimes though, and this hit or miss, but you can use programs, even Google, where you type in, if you put in someone's phone number, you can find an email address for them. But anyways, all right, everybody, listen, thank you so much for joining us. I can't believe it's on time. I'm usually running so late on all these things. Get to the mastermind group. I want to hear some feedback on these calls from everybody. I love doing them, but again, I want to make sure that we're actually doing things here that are going to move the needle, because I want to hear some feedback from somebody here next week that, oh my God, I set up a campaign. I started adding people, and by the 3rd day, I had someone click on one of the emails and came through, and I'm going to go meet them I'm going to meet them next week. That literally could happen if you get this set up and start implementing these tools. All right. All right. Perfect. All right. So again, Kay, get into the mastermind group if I can be of any help. All right. I want to hear from you there. And again, because it's also good to let me know what you're doing so that I can see where can I help you with some holes that you might not be thinking about. So if you get into the mastermind group and share a little bit, I'll make sure I help you out as well. All right, everybody, have an awesome, and all right, we'll talk to you guys later.